Gemini 9, a quiver filled with arrows. An archer carries these arrows around everywhere he goes, and his bow. It's inconvenient, isn't it, to carry these things just in case. But that's what insurance policies are for in life. And the insurance policies that are most effective do not include really paying somebody else money in case something goes wrong, and then they're supposed to help you out. And they probably won't. That's not effective. What is effective as an insurance in our lives against the possibility of something untoward occurring is to develop skills and knowledge. These are our arrows in the quiver. The formula that we go through in order to project our will into the world is studied within this archery symbolism. Preparation, practice, and power. The preparation stage of developing power is a discipline. It's work. It's not easy. And the more you overcome the hard task of learning something, for example, or practicing the skills that you have learned, the more you do that, then the more power comes your way. And without preparation, nothing works properly. You have to plan very carefully and have a plan B, typically. That's what preparation means. So let's say you want to do something in your life, and it's a feeling at first. And okay, you stay with the feeling, maybe you try something, it doesn't go anywhere. But at some point you realize that this feeling repeats again and again, and you have the same urge to become something. And you realize that this is serious enough to put in effort. So then you do the preparation. You study what needs to be studied. You find out who you need to know. You develop contacts. You make a plan of action. You do all this necessary so that the course of your direction is clearly set. You know what you intend. This is a surprisingly omitted magical power, just to know what you intend. Because if you don't know what you intend, then you're buffeted and you change your mind easily. If you know what you intend, then you can fight for what you want. You can push for what you want. You can persuade people. You can give way only to the point where it offends your intentions, no further. A plan is power. It's an aspect of power. But a plan alone is an idea. It's a concept. It's a mental thing. Until you bring skills and knowledge into the body, it's not powerful, not really. It's an idea, not an ability. So practice makes perfect. Practice is what brings us power. We have to do the same thing again and again and again and again and again until it becomes body knowledge. Like riding a bike, you can be told how to ride a bike by reading a book. You can be told how to do swimming by reading a book. You can't cycle or swim just because you've read a book. You have to practice it. And the more you practice something, the better you get. Again and again, even when you're very good. As the people that practice music most of all are the top level musicians, the one who are already really, really good. They're the ones that practice the most. They continue to practice even after they've become very good. And this is the secret of mastery, when you practice repeatedly as a normal way of life. Then you have your power. And that power is an aspect of who you are, and it needs to be projected into the world. The image of an archer with a quiver of arrows is not a defending image, it's an attacking image. The idea that we can use our power to project ourselves into the world is what we're discussing here. Power is not unspiritual, it's not bad. abuse of it may well be, but power itself is wholesome and good, an aspect of who we are. And the absence of our taking power means that we are not claiming the full spiritual inheritance that we've been offered. And the formula for that is preparation, practice, and power.